Do you often say yes when every cell in your body wants to say no? Do you apologize for things that are clearly not your fault? Do you let people interrupt you, talk over you, or make jokes at your expense because you are afraid of making a scene? If you answered yes, you are suffering from what psychologists call the pushover paradox. You believe that by being compliant, agreeable, and nice, people will like you and respect you. But the paradox is this: the more you try to please everyone, the less respect they have for you. In the real world, being overly nice does not signal virtue, it signals submission. It tells the world that your needs are negotiable and their needs are priority. Today, we are going to break that conditioning. We are not just giving you advice, we are going to rewire your understanding of social dynamics. We will look at the 5 psychological laws of setting boundaries. We will move you from being a people pleaser to a boundary master. 1. The instruction manual. You get what you tolerate. Here is the first hard truth you need to accept. People treat you exactly the way you teach them to treat you. Think of every interaction you have as a page in a manual titled "How to Treat Me." Every time you interact with someone, you are either writing a new rule or reinforcing an old one. In behavioral psychology, this is known as operant conditioning. It's simple. Behavior that is rewarded gets repeated. Behavior that is punished gets stopped. If someone is rude to you, if they make a sarcastic comment or raise their voice and you say nothing, or worse, you smile awkwardly to diffuse the tension, you have just rewarded them. Your silence is the reward. You have just signed a contract that says it is okay to disrespect me. There is no penalty for this behavior. You must understand that you get what you tolerate. If you tolerate lateness, they will always be late. If you tolerate disrespect, they will always be disrespectful. The moment you decide to stop tolerating it, the dynamic shifts. You are not being difficult or mean. You are simply updating your instruction manual. You are teaching them that the old rules no longer apply. 2. The assertive script, the XYZ Formula. Most people stay silent because they simply don't know what to say. They're afraid that if they speak up, they will sound aggressive or start a fight. There is a massive difference between aggression and assertiveness. Aggression is attacking the other person. You are so rude. You are a jerk. This triggers their ego and starts a war. Assertiveness is stating a fact about your reality. It is neutral. It is firm. To be assertive without being aggressive, use the XYZ formula. When you do X, I feel Y. Let's look at a real scenario. Someone keeps interrupting you in a meeting. Instead of snapping at them, you look them in the eye and say, "When you interrupt me while I'm speaking, I feel disrespected and I cannot finish my point. Please let me finish." Why does this work? Because it focuses on the action, not the person. You are not calling them names. You are holding up a mirror to their behavior. It is irrefutable. They cannot argue with how you feel. This forces them to look at their own actions rather than defending their ego. It is the most professional, high-value way to shut down disrespect instantly. 3. Consequences. Boundaries need teeth. This is where 90% of people fail. They state the boundary, but they don't enforce it. Please write this down. A boundary without a consequence is just a suggestion. If you tell a rude person, "Stop speaking to me like that," but you continue to stand there and listen to them scream, you are bluffing. You are teaching them that your words have no weight. For a boundary to work, it must have teeth. You must attach a consequence to the violation. The formula becomes, if you do X, then I will do Y. For example, on a phone call with a toxic person, if you continue to raise your voice, I am going to hang up this phone. And here is the crucial part. You must actually do it. If they yell again, you do not give a second warning. You do not explain yourself. You hang up immediately. The consequence is not about punishing them, it is about protecting you. It teaches them a fundamental lesson. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. If they abuse the privilege, they lose access. When you follow through with action, their respect for you skyrockets because they realize you are a person of your word. 4. The law of consistency. Let's talk about the mechanism that destroys boundaries: inconsistency. Maybe you set a boundary on Monday because you were feeling strong, but on Tuesday you are tired or you want to avoid conflict, so you let the bad behavior slide. In psychology, this is called intermittent reinforcement. This is the exact same psychological mechanism that makes slot machines, gambling, so addictive. If a gambler wins sometimes, they will keep pulling the lever forever, hoping for that reward. If you enforce your boundaries only sometimes, you turn yourself into a slot machine. The toxic person learns that if they just push hard enough or try enough times, eventually you will crack. To stop being a pushover, you must be a brick wall, not a slot machine. No means no every single time. If you say you will leave if they are late, you must leave every time they are late. Consistency creates predictability, and predictability creates respect. When people know exactly where the line is, they stop trying to cross it. 5. Overcoming the guilt, good girl or nice guy syndrome. Finally, we have to address the emotion that keeps you trapped: guilt. Why do you feel bad when you stand up for yourself? This is often rooted in the good girl or nice guy syndrome. From childhood, many of us were conditioned to believe that being good means being compliant, quiet, and putting others first. When you set a boundary, your brain triggers a guilt alarm. It tells you that you are being selfish, mean, or uncaring. But listen closely. That guilt is a lie. That guilt is simply the feeling of breaking an old habit. It is the growing pain of evolving into a stronger version of yourself. Setting boundaries is actually an act of kindness. It is kind to yourself because it protects your mental health. And believe it or not, it is kind to the relationship. Resentment is what destroys relationships. Boundaries are what save them by making the interaction honest and sustainable. You are the only person responsible for protecting your peace. No one else is coming to save you. You have to teach the world how to treat you. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, you are not losing friends. You are filtering them. You are making space for people who respect you. If you are ready to build a backbone of steel and master your social reality, make sure to subscribe to the Psyche Shift. Stop tolerating. Start living.